Hey guys, good morning. Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements. I got Hat Cam 2.0. I just slipped on my head there, and we're gonna give a video a shot today. I hope all you guys had a Merry Christmas. Nice Velcro sound of me adjusting my hat nice and tightly on my head, so hopefully I don't drop this thing. I'm getting my morning started, banana coffee, ready to go, messing around a little bit today. I know when you woke up this morning, you said to yourself, boy, my day would just be complete if I could watch a YouTube video and listen to Joe Deary put up some kind of self-righteous rant. That would just make my day. So here we go. I'm just going to show you what I'm messing around with today. You guys can hang out with me for a while if you want. I'm just thinking through things, playing with my truck a little bit. My trailer sitting there on pressure treated wood. Basically haven't used it at all. Dragged it home, probably bought it sooner than I needed it. But you know, we're trying to get ahead and plan for next year. I do want to come out swinging next year and look like we've grown, because we have. So this will be a nice addition to the family, and it's going to look really good going down the road behind this truck. I currently have the back of my truck completely cleaned out. Patrick and I spent a bunch of time yesterday cleaning the truck. He did the whole interior for me. We took it to the car wash, did not wash it at home, and let him do it with the big foamy brush. And it looks good. I took my buyer's boxes off of here for now. They're not going to go back up there for the wash season, and I no longer need them because we're going to be going into deep freeze here in the next week or so. But I'm constantly thinking about what my next play is with this truck, how I want to set it up, and addressing the issues that I had last season. And there were a few of them. One being that I ran out of water more often than I wanted to. So, you know, I need a bigger buffer tank is the thought there. Certainly don't want to go down in gallon per minute machines, so we need to go up in capacity. And I've been having a hard time finding a tank that's going to fit here correctly for me, and allow me to do what I want. So my thought is becoming that the bed of the truck is going to become primarily liquids. Buffer tank, chem, soap, etc. Maybe my 12-volt system is still going to have room to fit here, but I think my machine, power washing machine, is going to have to go up on the rail, in which case we're also going to put a bigger gas tank up in here. We're going to eliminate the spare reels that were here last year. Those are going to go on the trailer, and this, I think, is going to become the power side of the truck. I may even put the 12-volt system right up in here. I'm not sure. I might go power washer, 12-volt, gas can. Not really sure, but that's the thinking. So what I need to do, or what I want to do, what's been eating me up, is getting around the tank layout. Because if I need to order something different for my season, I need to be thinking about that now, because it's nearly January and things move quickly. If there's any supply line chain issues, I don't want to be dealing with that. So I've got that 275 tank there. Move this compost bin out of the way, that we got out of job last year. Guy threw it in, we did him a little extra work. And this tank is going to go into the back of my truck today. You guys can help me do that. I'm going to remove all this stuff. Okay, this is how it is, reality. All right, this is my setup back here. We're going to expand on this. We're thinking about putting a carport up here next year. That would be really nice. Pour a cement pad in here. I'm going to move this fence out about 8 feet, expand this space, pour a cement pad, put an aluminum roofed carport in here, and move this rock pile as we continue to grow. I gotta throw this banana away. So I can get my truck to kind of back in here too. That would be nice. Or we're gonna put the Scout in here, I don't know. But this is gonna get all rearranged. But anyway, you guys wanna help me? We're gonna move all of these things over here and get this tank out of here. But I want to talk to you guys a little bit about, you know, when I have time like I have now, I'm watching more YouTube. I'm on more of the power washing sites, reading what people have to say. And it's when a lot of new guys like me come in and start talking about, you know, I want to start a pressure washing business, or how do I stay busy? You know, I've only been able to get a job or two. I've already done these 1 or 2 things and I'm not finding success yet. So one thing I want to say is that in the beginning with any venture, you have more time than you have money. So it's what you're doing with the time that's going to help you with your initial success. And if you're not on the street, nobody likes to hear this because it makes them uncomfortable. Sales is the hardest thing, all right? If you're not on the street, beating the bushes looking for work, letting everybody know, every single person know, and I mean everybody know what you're doing, how is anybody to know? Okay, you have no money to start, so you're not making any money yet. Get out there and use your time. I can promise you that you're not spending 40 hours in a week looking for work, knocking on the doors, making flyers. I don't mean just literally going to knock on doors. I mean letting people know what you do. How are you networking? Where are you spending your time? Are you sitting at home? What are you doing? Get out there. You'll find business, okay? You have more time than you have money. Use your time. When you start making money, then you have to spend your money to find more time. All right, right now you got time. All right, so here's the shut off. This thing works good. We used it this summer on one job that I did with Tony. We set up the 4-gallon for him to do some not concrete, but stone wall work. And we'll get this over to the driveway. I'm gonna have to take the base off of it, part of the base off of it. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's like a skid mounted under the tank that unscrews, and that's gonna gain me about 4 inches. And I believe I can set it right on this part of the platform and lower it a little bit because we are maxed out with height over here. Let's see if we can get it through there. Come on. There we go. Good thing I got those running boards on there. I would have scraped the truck just now. All right, here we go. Whew. Have a sip of coffee. Put that up there so we don't squish it. And I set this up earlier, Torx bit on there, and we should be able to take these right off of here. Let's see. I don't know if you can see. I can see. Oh yeah, there's one. Hopefully this works out for me because I don't really want to do them by hand. The joy of stainless, galvanized, whatever this is. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that right there. That's gonna be a problem for me. That's gonna be a problem for me. I'm gonna have to cut that. I have to cut that out of there, I think. I'm not gonna fit. There we go. Yeah. Or maybe I'm releasing it from that whole thing. Yeah. All right, that whole thing's gonna come off of there. Don't panic. You're panicking. Immediately we went into panic, okay? So calm down. That's a different size bit even, so we'll have to come back to that. Those two. panic mode. I've been thinking about this for so long. I really don't want to hit a hurdle already. Evie's out here hanging out with me. She's got to stay on the hook though, because she will wander away, and we don't want that. We're starting to like her, so I'd like to keep her around for a while. Okay, let's see. Hey, it fits. So let's see. How do we set up to drive it? Don't think I'm going to turn it with the drill. I don't think it's going to fit in there. Well, maybe it will. Yeah, fit in there enough. Let's try a little different on that one. Let's see. All right. Well, that doesn't fit anymore. Maybe it did. No, it doesn't. Try this slightly bigger fitting. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's get a little pry bar. See if we can give it a little friendly persuasion. What do we got? What do we got? We have a small screwdriver. Let's see. If I put a little leverage on it. I don't know. Ah, there's a nut. There's a nut on the bottom. We can do it that way. That'll be good. All right, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Got a small adjustable. This is a pretty neat wrench, Mike. You see how you can adjust it to any size you want. I think you'd like to have one of these. Let's see. Yeah, there's a nut on it. All right. That'll explain a few things. Now, can I hold it? Let's see. Yes, can hold it. I'm gonna get this thing off of here. It's gonna fit right in the back of my truck. I may have to switch up to a pair of pliers. No, we got it. All right. Those are out. Let's try this one. This one I stripped a bit. I'm going to be able to hold this one. Let's try it. Yep. We're holding it. Not very well. Let's see. There we go. Sorry. I thought it was going to be more fun to hang out with today, but it seems that I got slowed down a little bit here. We're getting it. go. Oh boy, now I'm excited. I think it's free. I think. Oh yeah, comes right off of there. How about this side? Oh yeah, that's sweet, boy. That makes me happy. So let's put on some gloves, because it's not really that warm out here. Just above freezing. Those are a little too thick. Let's try these, are a little better. There we go, baby. All right, now we want to have the least intrusion into the bed of the truck as possible. So this thing's not square. It is 48 inches this way, left to right, and depth is like 40, 39 maybe, something like that. Let's get the ruler, take a quick look. Yes, 39 and a half. Okay, so that's going to come out into my bed quite a bit more than my 100-gallon tank did. This is what we had last year, or this year. That was 25, so you know, we're adding another 14-15 inches onto that. That's a lot of footprint, and I really didn't have much room. So okay, the water outlet thankfully is on this side of my tank. That's exactly how I'll leave it set up. That's a 1 inch, and I get nice flow off of that. I'll put my banjo valve in there, and this should fit right behind or right into this space right here. So I should be able to grab that and get water to come around here. All right, again, this is why we're putting this in there, to see how everything's gonna work. This thing's pretty dirty. Inside we're good though. I don't know if you can see, but it's clean. So let's set her up on there. Clear the runway a little bit here. Mike could be having a bird. Can you imagine if Mike saw my toolbox, how he'd feel about that? That dude would not be happy with me. Oh, that's wicked. Look at that. All right, base is off. That dropped that tank down considerably. Okay, I did want to take this off completely, but a lot of guys are telling me that this thing will not stand up very well without a cage on it. Plus, I think the cage is going to find some utility as far as like maybe hanging stuff off of it or threading things through it. We'll see. Let's get this out of the way. I think it's pretty heavy duty. It probably weighs as much as the tank, honestly. All right. Here we go. All right. The vise out of the way. Now I got like, there's not any extra room here at all, so I'm honestly not entirely sure that it's gonna fit. Height was my big concern. I think we're making the height. I'm gonna try to put it in the narrow way. Let's see if maybe I can turn it once I get it up in there. I'm wedged, boy. There we go. Come on. Huh. All right. See? Now, if you were here to give me a hand, instead of just watching the video, sit on your couch. I appreciate it. There we go. Whew. All right. So that does fit by about a hair. And I think I'm gonna have to get it up in there and then get up in there, pull it up, rotate it, and sit it square back down in its hole. Yeah. And I still got about half an inch up here to get under. Let's see. What's holding me up, man? What's holding me up? Huh. Why are we suddenly not making it? The tank itself is hitting right there. But I think that will, there we go. I've learned in my old age not to necessarily bowl through everything. All right. All right, so you can see why I've been hesitant to even think about this thing. It's massive, all right? And we don't really want to run it this way. We will if we have to. That will get me water coming straight out the back. That might be nice. And then having a little bit of room on the sides of the tank might be nice. But what we really want to do, I think, is optimize as much space as possible. So let me see if I can pick this up and turn it around. We also got to get by those nuts and bolts in there too. So that might not work. We don't have really anything to spare. Well, let's see. First thing to do is to get it 90'd, I suppose. Good thing it lightened up. Let's see. This thing is seriously popcorn. Very light without the base on it. Very light with no base. Oh, there it is. All right, but I can't see my water at all. That'll be impossible. All right, we adjusted the hat cam and we're gonna try to get another tank or two back here. Hopefully this works out for a few minutes anyway, but there's the 275 in there. It's gonna, if I'm gonna run it, it's gonna have to run in that direction, which ultimately I guess would give me better plumbing options coming off the back than trying to plumb through all of that nonsense back there. So if I am gonna use it, at least I have water coming out of here to feed my power wash from my 12 volt. I can turn it on and off, clean the filter. So ultimately, I guess that's the way it has to be. And I'm gonna center it. We're gonna mess around. I'm gonna go stick a 55 back there now. Put the hat cam back on my head. Nice and tight. You hear the Velcro. You guys can check out my conglomeration of, or my collection of tanks and junk that I've acquired over the year or two that we've been doing this. I have a bunch of shock on hand. These are all full from the pool store. So in the spring I'm ready to go. I got 3.5 full tanks of SH, but I want to get this 55 that's over here. So I'll climb through my crap. X-Jet buckets, soap buckets. This is the graveyard back here currently. A lot of this stuff is going to go back to use though once I get that trailer fired up. And obviously we'll be using all the chemical. This is the chem tank that we used all last season. Oh yeah, parkour. All right. It's muddy, boy. I want to drag everything through the mud. Already had to drag the 275. But this is going to probably conclude my room right here. So I'm not getting too much more back there than that. So that would be water and chem, and that does work. There is enough space. Yeah, that can work. This is going to get centered. So that'll be like that. A little bit of room on that side, a little bit of room on this side will be the way to go. Okay, this will sit right in there, about as tight as that. And that gives me access to water to come off, no problem. Come around the back, feed the pressure washer, probably put filter in here, whatever. 12 volt could still sit right here, but then we got to figure out a soap tank. Okay, I suppose soap tank could go up on the rail over there, need be. All right, well, something like that is what we're gonna do. Let's see, I got an empty reel right here. Put this empty reel up here and take a look at how that's gonna fit roughly, because you do need a little overhang in the back with these too. Especially, I don't want to run these right up against the front like this. I like to have a little bit of lip to work with, let the hose rest on there, and then I'm going to have the electric motors in the back on the other reel too, which does hang past here. So I do actually need this cavity of space on the inside. That would give me room to do my plumbing, that kind of stuff. So kind of like that. Now, I don't know, let's go take a look in here. I think my power washers are too buried. I don't think I'm gonna dig a power washer out because they are like in that hole there. So don't think I'm doing that right now. This wheelchair is gonna go. We don't need this anymore. Patrick has moved beyond the need for the wheelchair ever again. So we're getting rid of this thing. I'm taking this to the donation center today, and this thing is out of the house. I'm done looking at that. Kid will never need it again, right? All right. Let's see. I think I got the Gen 2 right here, which we are using. This is my system for next year. I am using the Gen 2. Absolutely. Without question. Using this. All my pumps still work. I'm sure I'll be replacing a pump at some point. I'm way beyond. I'm like the only guy I think that hasn't had to replace a pump. I'm sure it's coming my way. Let's see. All right, we got it. See how organized we are, Mike? Perfect. Curiosity, man. I can't sleep. These are the things I'm thinking about all the time. So I need to get this out of my head, man. It's not gonna get out of your head. It's never gonna get out of your head. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Oh, I like it. So far, I like it. Yep. I got room. I like it. I don't have a soap tank. That's the only trick right now. What do I do about a soap tank? As I definitely need... I can't have anything back here because we need room for plumbing. Can't do that. We could do it this way. Yeah, This thing could be a lot smaller than it is actually too, because my battery goes in there, in that hole. It doesn't sit up here. So this system could actually tuck in or come forward all the way to here if I cut this base, or not even that, remove that from the base. Don't even have to cut it. Just take this off the base. And for that matter, if I took this off the base, I could put this in a different place. Let's just say that. It could go, we could also go up with this and have the soap tank be under. This thing could get raised up. Don't fall. So you just gotta tell it don't fall. That's all you gotta do. Could put a soap tank under, have the pumps be up. That would work. Huh, that's interesting. Well, anyway, that's thought for another day. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We could go this way with our pumps, right? We could. And we could put a smaller soap tank back there. Nah, man, I need the big soap tank because I use it to flush into. That's one of the things I really enjoyed this year, was having this to be able to flush my 12 volt into, purge my systems. That's definitely one of the things I liked. So I don't want to give up the bigger tank. I think we can find footprint for this. If this fits, I think this is going to be basically what I'm going to do about capacity. And then all I need to do is get a power washer up on the rail. Is this going to fit right in there? Oh man, that is just like a glove. That's beautiful. So that'll get strapped to that big tank. Still plenty of room for water to come out of there. We're gonna make some type of an adjustment here. I think I'm gonna take this Gen 2 off the base, because again, my battery is gonna be in this hole. That's the compartment for that. And this doesn't quite fit. All right, but if I'm able to move this over or run it like this, I think I'm more likely gonna run it like this. I think I like that better. And we still have plenty of room in the back. We can do some 90s off of here, or whatever we need to do. Or like that. We might go like that. That'll give me a nice work surface and access. And this would come down quite a bit. And then we're just gonna maybe shoot a couple of self-tappers right into this, right to here, boom. And that would help make some shade in here. I don't know. Next thing I really want to see though is a power washer up here. I think I'm gonna have to dig one of those out and set it up on there to get a look. You can help me if you want, or you can do whatever you want. I guess the easiest one to get to is going to be the 4 gallon, which is the same footprint as the 5 gallon, so it doesn't matter. I just got to move a few things to be able to get in there. I'm still thinking gas can. up in there because that was nice to be able to get gas, everything all at once. And then I suppose if my machine was up here too, that'd be nice and easy to fill. All right, let's see. Let's see. This is like the feats of strength portion of Festivus. Flow Pro. Let's see. Fat boy. All my fall leaf tubes. Snorkels. Hammerhead. There we go. Let's see if we can gently lay this down in between all of my bicycles that I don't need. Right. There we go. All right. Brand new pump up sprayer for next year. Because we all know it's just as simple as spraying bleach on stuff and rinsing it off. That's all you're doing. Let's not kid ourselves. Pull start to repair. We're talking about moving past the pull start though. We are talking about getting an electric machine, an electric start machine for next year. We'll see. It's going to be, a lot of it is going to weigh on whether or not that bigger water tank fits, because I'll be facing even more water capacity issues. All right, I got to get that out of there. Let's see. There we go. Come on. Oh yeah. What's worse is I got to put it back. I think I might put it someplace else actually, instead of putting it in there. Oh yeah. All right. Now let's see what it's going to be like up on a rail. I don't know, man. Good Lord. I don't want to do that again. Let's see, come on. Get that hose out of there. That is like no room at all. Whew. No room at all. So what can we do? We can switch SH and soap. I'd like to get that out of there. Get that garden hose pinched. That's okay. Now we're gonna be all the way back here-ish, because we're not gonna leave any room. That works. Huh. And we got room. And then, I guess, how do we plumb it? We'll have to, yeah, I think we're gonna have to switch sides, which is okay. So we can switch sides entirely. The battery can go on the other side, everything. And we could just jump wiring over to the reels if we need to. All right. Yeah, that gives me room. Plenty of room that way, all right? And then this goes in here like that. And actually that would even work out better, because then the hoses off of this are going right this way instead of having to curl up and around. So that might be the way. That might be the better way. And like I say, everything is getting secured basically to that cage. So we'll have to make sure we have that in there really good. All right. Power washer there. Huh. But we're thinking about getting the 8-gallon power washer. And that's going to be even bigger on there. That's going to be even bigger up on that rail. I wonder, is it going to fit up on the rail? There's a question. If it's on a base, is it going to fit? Mike, can you help me with that, my buddy? What kind of room we got in here? I need to know that. That is 24 and a half. Is about all I'm going to get in there. So one of you guys can let me know what the height is on the Honda belt drive 8-gallon per minute that you have sitting on a base. Hopefully it's not too much bigger height wise than this one. I know the footprint is going to be a little bigger, but yeah. And then I'll have some hoses, pressure washer line, etc. Probably going through the belly of the tank there somehow. Probably have my whip line go right through here, right behind here anyway, right behind this barrel. We'll have room. Okay. Water, same thing. Go up and around here, down and around. And go behind the soap tank or around the soap tank. We'll figure that out. Maybe I'll put a 90 right in there instead and go right over here. Yeah. Plenty of height, plenty of room for ladders, plenty of room to put my float valve in the tank. All right. If you've hung on this long, I commend you. You've probably seen enough. I'm going to stop making video here for a few minutes and see what else I may want to mock up on there, and we'll jump back in a minute or two. All right, so I think one of the upgrades I've determined that I'm going to make that I keep fighting with is tanks. I think I'm going to keep the 275. I like the square setup, it gives me a ton of capacity. This is a 30-gallon round tank, but represents a footprint of 18 by 18 on the base. And they sell rectangular tanks that are 50 to 60 gallons that will fit right in there, right up against the cube, and kind of unify things a little bit. Same thing with the soap tank. That represents a 12 by 12 footprint. I can also get a soap tank that's going to be a little taller, that holds maybe 15 gallons or so, to take a smaller footprint. It could either fit there, or actually does fit also right in here. So that changes a few things for me. So I can do water, chemical, soap, kind of in that configuration, all square tanks, vertical tanks, optimize my space a little better. Still haven't decided exactly what I want to do with that. I do like the idea of maybe going soap tank in there, having water come out, filter, etc., feed all of my systems, because I do need to get water up to the pressure washer. So I do need some room in here to work with things. And then if my roof pump lines all came this way and everything fed reels in one direction across here, that would probably make things smoother for me too. Instead of turning this any other way, having fittings in the back with bends, just turn this setup. I think I am going to take this off of the base and mount it in here. Like I said, it'll tighten things up nice. Put a battery in there, run power under here. There's room. I'm going to press these down, get a wire in across there, come back up to my fuse panel, which will be here. That'll run all the electricity on my reels. And then I'm probably going to put my metering box back here again, or maybe even put it up in there mounted to the cage so it's off here. Might make sense to stick it up in there. I don't have to change it or adjust it too much, so I don't know, we'll see. We're talking about that, okay? But I think that's going to be it for today. I don't have much more time. There's some other things I want to do, but this is giving me a rough idea of my layout for next season. All right, I'm excited. The more I look at it, the more I'm liking the idea. The 275 cube is not even going to be seen up in there by the time we get everything put up in. I got to figure out how or where I'm going to carry a surface cleaner. I'm hoping to maybe fit that up into this space somehow, some type of bracketry hanging off of this side of the rack where I could tuck it in, and maybe the handles will tuck around whatever I have for a motor here. But I like having the pressure washer up there. It's going to put it on display, which is what we want to do. We want people to say, wow, what are you doing? What's that equipment? You know, I know this is the rattiest tat thing I own right now. A new machine's going to look great. New gas tanks, of course. Tanks all cleaned up, blah, blah, blah. Correct reels. But that's going to be the idea. Everything's going to be out on display. I think that really helps with this type of rig. I wouldn't want to hide all the equipment. I know it's better to keep it out of the elements, but having everything right out there, people go, oh my God, what are you doing? All right, square tanks, man. That's gonna make a huge difference in how it looks uniformly back there. You know, when we have all of our matching reels on this side, it's gonna be slick. We're gonna take care of the tailgate, get it painted so we don't have a bunch of mismatched colors. Everything's gonna be silver, black, and white with a little bit of red thrown in here and there. That's how we're doing it. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go for now. I got other things to do. If you stayed with me and watched this entire video, God bless you.